Huge shout out to Shadow Edge in the top 32 right now, who made the Triple D in-depth guide. In-depth guide to Triple D. Sets 2 pass. Wait, that's not your guide. Here's the guide. Focus. Oh, mistake happened. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's go to game 2. Shadow Edge. Let's follow the guide. Let's follow the guide.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Bs versus Triple Ds. No hand trap. No searching for Maxi turn 1. Corpinicus going to send the Slime, banish, summon a Cerberus. We're going to now make Gilgamesh. Now, this mad lad made the guide for Triple D. The goal generally is going to be for turn 1 is to summon Genghis twice. If you can summon Genghis twice, that's pretty much what you're accomplishing. So what are you doing to do that? You're getting 2 cards to fusion summon. How are you getting 2 cards to fusion summon? Caesar is going to help you search for the swamp. The King Tail is going to help you search for the Necro Slime. So that's your 2 fusion spells. But we have to resummon the Caesar from the graveyard. So we now need to get the Tail in the graveyard with the Orthros popping it. Now it's going to activate sending the Slime. Slime, that's fusion number 1. We need 1 more fusion, and then we got the full turn 1 play. The normal way. There's other plays we could also do, but this is the base plays to get double King Genghis on the fields. Ragnarok is going to activate summoning the Caesar on the field. There you go. Now Caesar is going to be searching for the 2nd fusion summon. And you got the play. Everything else is going to be extra. We're going to Shokan into another Gilgamesh. That will trigger the Caesar to grab the Swamp to summon the 2nd Genghis, which will summon the rank 6 Exceed High King Caesar, which will negate 2 effects that special summon. All right, let's go from there. Now, what else could he have done? If he could special summon the Griffin from the graveyard, he could also search for the Headhunt, which will negate a monster and steal. Negate and steal. Come to me, High King Caesar, negate 2 special summon effects, and then we got the Machine X, which if your opponent activates a monster effect in the field, you will suck up the monster but not negate. And that's it. He's pretty much inherently with the engine, just 2 effects that negate special summons. You're trying to summon a token, negates. We have another negate. If you try, also get boosted. Resonance, activate the special summon, negate again. Double negate down. Now, our only disruption beyond the Ogre and the Impermanence is if they activate a monster effect in the fields, the Machine X will yoink it, attach it as a material, but it will not negate. Triggering the Resonance in the graveyard, we have nothing to stop that. Searching for the Doomdozer. Doomdozer banish 2 insects in the graveyard, 2800 attack. Activating the Resonance to send the Goki Pole. Goki Pole is going to search for a normal monster, summon the normal monster, then pop a card in the field, which will probably take out the Machine X. And just like that, Machine X has been dealt with. What a play. Damn. Absolutely nuts. He does not know he has Impermanence, though, unfortunately. He's going to return 3 insects in the graveyard back on the deck to then draw 1, and Ogre is going to not negate but destroy. Well, Almirage will protect us from being destroyed. And we're going to chain the Stinger Lancer to return 2 cards in both players' graveyards back in the bottom of the deck to special summon to continue our Link climb. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. The plays are going absolutely insane right now. We still have Impermanence. The Sting Lancer, what does this do again that we're stopping? This says that if summon, you could add a B-Trooper spell and trap. He just doesn't want him to add, so he's still going to be able to make Unicorn here. He has used up his normal summon, as you can see here with the 0/0 normal summons left. Negate. And we linking up into Anaconda DPE. Playing through the Wave King, the High King Caesar, playing through Machine X, playing through Ogre, playing through Impermanence. B-Trooper is nuts. What is going on? How does B-Trooper play through so many disruptions? The Gilgamesh being destroyed is going to activate to summon a monster from the extra deck or the graveyard onto the field, but the Call by the Grave is going to negate and banish. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Focus. We are Triple D'ing. Genghis, summon Griffin from the graveyard. Search your deck for any double D. Also trigger the effect of the High Flame King Genghis. Summon another monster from the graveyard. Let's go. King Tell. Do tell. Let's go. Big plays. Orthros on taking effect damage. You can summon from the hand. Special summon. We got the Siegfried. Negate a spell or trap card on the field. Griffin special summon onto the field. Holy moly. Triple Ds. Wiping out the Bs. Let's go. Kepler being matched with a Max C, but we have to stop that. Cross out designate. Yes, thank you. Kepler and Corpinicus are going to be your main 2 normal summons. And if you did not normal summon the Corpinicus, you could then just Pendulum summon it onto the field, so all is well. Kepler and Corpinicus both activate on normal and special summon. We have Dark Contract to the gate mates. We're going to be grabbing Griffin. Griffin's going to help us make our Pendulum Shokan play. So you're going to make Gilgamesh. It's going to be one of the main priorities is get 2 double Ds in the fields, and then you could Gilgamesh, then set up 2 Pendulum Scales. Now for the Pendulum Scales, the Ragnarok is one of the best Pendulum Scales because it will summon a monster from the graveyard and trigger the Orthros to be summoned from the hand. We're going to Pendulum Shokan the Griffin and Corpinicus. Corpinicus is going to send a Necro Slime. That's going to be our Fusion Summon. We got Fusion Summon number 1. We got Caesar, which could then rank up into the Marksman Tell. Marksman Tell can add a card in the... By sending a field spell from the deck to the graveyard, it could add an extra deck or engraved double D to the hand. He is sending Lamia. Lamia is going to be able to be special summon onto the field. Shokan into the Genghis. Very good. You do want to be able to double Fusion Summon to then make that rank 6 Exceed that will negate effects that special summon. Griffin being summoned from the graveyard is a high priority as it can search for any double D card in your deck. You're going to want to search the Headhunt. Headhunt will steal a monster and negate. And because we had damage inflicted to ourselves, that's going to trigger the Orthros in the hand to summon onto the field. And we got Caesar. Holy moly. Headhunt will steal and negate a monster. Very good. We got the setup. We got the Cursed King Siegfried is going to negate any spell or trap. We're going to be triggering the Caesar to be searching for the fusion spell Swamp. Dark Contract to the Swamp for Fusion Summon number 2. This will allow us to rank 6 Exceed with the Genghis. Very good. Genghis is a hard one to return. We're not going to be able to use the special summon effect again. High King Genghis is here. And then we got the Machine X. So let's talk about the disruptions here. This turn 1 was incredible. We have Spell and Trap card Negate, which can also play around a Droplet. If you have another card activatable, then you could target the Droplet and negate it. We have anytime a monster effect is activated on the field, we can equip it as an Exceed material. Does not negate though. And we have not once per turn, but twice in this turn, we could detach material to negate the effect to special summon a card. So if you activate Taya, which special summons a token, you could negate it. Okay, Foolish Burial to grab the Water Enchantress, right? Water Enchantress, Rite of Arizmir. He's going to Siegfried, probably negate the Rite of Arizmir. Now, because the Siegfried does not negate the activation, he cannot activate a second Rite of Arizmir. We're negating the activation with the Caesar instead. Instead of Siegfried negates, now this would allow him to activate another Rite of Arizmir. Getting boosted. Big boost. Let's go. Damn. Rite of Arizmir. This would be the Max C check. No Max C. This will be Ash Blossom searching for the Griffin. The optimal negates. Didn't even try to legally cheat it, mates. Fusion Destiny, which would have disallowed him from even summoning the Griffin. This will trigger a Draco back search. Well, we already have Draco back, and we're going to equip it on the token just to be protected from battle destruction once. Come on, DPE. Triple D's got to break this. He's got non-targeting destruction, which could take out a Dark Contract search. We have the Corpinicus sending from the deck to the graveyard a Slime. Slime could banish to summon a monster from the hand. Kepler gets searching for a Dark Contract. Swamp King, which could be prevented from resolving with the effect of DPE. We got Gilgamesh for double Pendulum Scale. Now be careful when you take out the Gilgamesh. If destroyed by DPE, it's going to be summoning a monster from the extra deck or grave. Pendulum Shokan, level 2 to level 4. We got Orthros is here. Rank 4 Exceed into the Caesar. Very good. And then rank up Exceed into the King Tail. King Tail could send any double D card from the deck to the graveyard. We're going to reduce the DPE by 1,000 and also deal 1,000 damage. We're going to get the King Tail in the graveyard to trigger its effect to send a double D from the deck to the grave, which will probably be the Necro Slime. Necro Slime will be another fusion summon. There you go, Necro Slime. Fusion summon from the graveyard for our Flame King Genghis. We have one level 6 monster right now. When is DPE going to activate? Probably to stop the swamp, yes? Now if you activate DPE, I could suck up your DPE. DPE will not be negated, but you're not going to be summoning DPE next turn. Genghis is being triggered to summon a monster from the graveyard off of the Machine X. Now we're going to swamp, and now we're going to DPE, and now I'm going to suck you up. Suck up the DPE. And DPE is forced to take out the swamp or he fusion summons. He's in a horrible position. Yoink! Holy moly. Takes out the Machine X, that's fine. Wait, he used Machine X to pop his Dark Contract, which is what you have to do to get the effect to suck up. Otherwise, you detach 2 materials, which initially on summon, you're not going to have 2 materials. But the DPE was not destroyed. It was sent to the graveyard, so it will not resummon. We have Griffin is going to get popped. Okay. Wiping out the Mad Lad. We're going to main phase 2, Gilgamesh, get the effect of the Caesar to search for a Dark Contract. Also triggering the Ragnarok to resummon the King Tail back on the field, which is not a hard once per turn. The King Tail could send another card from the deck to the graveyard, which could be the fusion spell. Or I should say the field spell. The field spell could then add a monster back to the hand. So many things are going on. Triple D, 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 D. The Typhon. We want Typhon in the graveyard, then we could fusion summon. The Machine X is going to not be sending the King Tail to the graveyard. We're just going to have the effect to suck up a monster when activating on the field. We don't have to worry about the DPE. We do have to worry about the Celestial Draw 2, though. Fateful Adventure, grabbing the Water Enchantress, discarding Water Enchantress, banishing to grab the Rite of Air's Mirror. We're going to call by the grave before it banishes as a cost. Which means we're not banishing Celestial to draw 2. Okay. Okay. We got draw 2 instead. Griffin, this is a rank 7 Exceed play. This is the Tomahawk play. Tomahawk's going to summon tokens onto the entire field and resulting into an Auroradon. He drawn 2. Whoa, he's going for Krishan Halk instead. No, he's going for Baron de Fleur. Baron de Fleur. Pop a card in the field, activate to suck up the Baron de Fleur, negate and destroy the suck. You are not sucking up my Baron de Fleur. I don't think we have any other plays beyond this. The Griffin has no effect, no negate, nothing. You take out Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh will activate to summon a monster onto the field. Summoning 3,000 defense. Good luck, Baron de Fleur, getting over that. Dark Contract to the gate, minus 1,000, but then we're going to prevent the damage with the Divine Zero King Rage. A 0 scale, which is needed to summon Kepler from the hand or extra. Get Pendulum Shokanin. Pendulum Shokan, Griffin from the hand. Now, Griffin's going to be activating to discard a card to draw a card. We're just discarding to draw. That's it. Discarding Typhon. Remember that being added on the first turn? Typhon's now going to fusion summon. And the High King, how big is the High King? High King is at 2,800 attack with no spell and trap card effect to negate. Chain Link 2, Ragnarok, summoning from the graveyard. Summon the Flame King Genghis. Minus 1,000 KW. If we drew into an Orthros, we would not have been able to summon it, right? No, I think we would actually. Typhon is activating to come forth and summon. The High Flame King Genghis is here, which will trigger the effect of Genghis to summon a monster from the graveyard. What are we summoning from the grave? He is dealing half damage for this turn, by the way. So don't get too excited by lethal, but the opponent might scoop preemptively if they don't know that. Now, generally, the deck's only going to play one rank 4 Caesar, so we're not going to be able to rank 4 Caesar again. King Tail is back. Get King Tail in the graveyard, then we can get talking. That's also going to trigger the effect of the High Flame King Genghis to summon another monster from the graveyard, swarming the field. Do we have enough for lethal damage? We have to deal 14,000 damage. 14,000 for game. Full field. If we were able to get Ragnarok on the field, Ragnarok could banish at least one of these monsters. The Baron de Fleur does not have a negate. I do think one of the biggest weaknesses of Triple D is Nibiru. The deck doesn't really get to set up within the 4th or 5th summon a way to negate Nibiru. So this field looks massive, but it's not. Whoa! Nibiru! Tribute! The entire field! Wipe it all! Speaking of Nibiru, holy moly, no Nibiru negate. I could not believe it, mates. Absolute insanity. 18,000 damage is what we had? Wow, okay. Thank you for calculating it for us. Now, the fun's not over. King Tail's gonna send from the deck to the graveyard. Caesar's gonna be searching. Didn't we already use the swamp dark contract though? What are we searching for? Search for the field spell. Okay, field spell's not gonna be too good. King Tail sending from the deck to the graveyard. What are we sending? It ain't over yet. It ain't over. It ain't over. How's it gonna get over a 16k token? Lamia. Sending the field spell to the graveyard is gonna activate to add a graveyard or extra deck monster back to the hand. This is really putting Shadow Edge to the test. Game 3, adding Griffin back to the hand. Griffin could special summon if we didn't already do it this turn. Did we Griffin this turn already? But Griffin from the hand, what is that going to even accomplish? Oh, a level 8 Synchro. Let's go. We have Orthros. This will make the Siegfried. Siegfried is not going to be big enough to deal with a Nibiru, unfortunately. 2,800 attack, negate a spell or trap. That's pretty good. Wait, we're in main phase 1. We are big enough to take out Nibiru. Why did I think for some reason we didn't have an attack? Of course we could take out Nibiru. Siegfried with a spell and trap card negate. You're done. You're done. Let's go. He passed on the Dasher. I think he was holding the Dasher effect. It was asking if he wanted to activate. He is Fateful Adventuring. Do we negate him searching for Water Enchantress? Or do we just negate the Rite of Erzmir? Do we even negate at all? You're right. You're right. You're right. You're actually right. Any tuner could win this, actually. Vishuda, special summoning. Now we could Monk spin the Siegfried, then use Rite of Erzmir, wipe out the Lamia, but then there's a giant freaking token on the field. I guess we have to deal with that token with the Vishuda. Negate! If we had Draco back still, it would have been ideal to spin the Siegfried and the token. Be gone. Shuna is going to be locking ourselves into worm-type monsters. We cannot make a Crystron Hawk play here. Dark Contract to the gate. Come to me. We're running low on everything. What have we already summoned? We summoned our High King. We summoned Caesar, Tell. We could then, we could summon the High King from the graveyard, though. Slime is going to fusion summon, I believe, into his 3rd and final fusion, which will be a 2nd copy of the Flame King Genghis. He only protects him once. Oh, okay. It's only a one-time protection. You're right. He could kill himself. But Oracle King Diarch will gain life when damage would be inflicted. So that's actually another fusion. So they have 2 Genghis, a High Flame King Genghis, and the Oracle King Diarch. So that's the 4th fusion monster. We're about to gain 1,000, but all damage we deal will be reduced again. We have to deal 14,000 damage. Taekwon, do not give up. Plus 1,000 KW. We are Pendulum summoning anything from level 1 to level 4. Kepler is here. Kepler could activate to grab another Dark Contract to the gate. I don't think we have anything else relevant worth searching. King Tell is going to be resummoned from the graveyard, though. Okay. Yup. No good, no good. Genghis, resummon the Marksman King. He needs a material to even do that effect, though. Is this our 3rd Gilgamesh? What the heck are we summoning? Baron de Fleur. That was send 3 to the graveyard, not 2 for a Gilgamesh. Baron de Fleur, pop a card in the field. We now have Omni Negate, Spell, and Trap card Negate. Goodbye to Vishuda. Vishuda could force out the Baron de Fleur Negate, though. This is not lethal. No lethal. 900 damage only. This duel is not over yet. It's not over. Half Damage, 1150, 1400, 1500. Taekwon, what could you rip into? You could rip into a Tenyi. Yeah, rip into a Tenyi, try to spin Baron, Baron negates, then you are, then I think it would be over then. I don't think there's not much you could do here. I think you are pretty much screwed. Focus. Baron to floor. Pop it, pop it, pop it. Let's go. It is. It's a Rox Rose Dragon. You fools. Lethal. Shadow Edge. Triple D Guide Creator. Advancing to the top 16 with Triple D.